Okay, that one tube on that EGR, the deal that was coming from the EGR actually plugged in behind the engine on that first fitting back in here. So there's two. It's kind of hard to see. There's two hoses going into the back of the engine. One had a yellow dot on it, and the other had a red dot. I can see the one with. Okay, there they go. There's the one with the yellow dot, and there's one next to it that had a red dot. So I replaced that because that's where it was going on the MX-6. Okay, this one here that I was talking about the other day, this one went into the back at the bottom of the air cleaner. So I need to put that back. Now, this situation here, I pulled this off the MX-6, and I see how it goes. So I have this, and then I have this portion here, this hose portion here. I know where that goes. That goes right here. But you see, they got this splitter on here, and it goes where this black hose is going. But the MX-6 did not have a splitter, and I don't remember on the car now at the splitter. The red hose off of this splitter right here is going to this fitting right here. All right, so I have this sensor. I pulled this sensor here, so I'm going to replace it and go right into the intake like this was. But I don't know what this is because I don't remember seeing it on the MX-6. It probably was there, I don't remember. But I'll have to go back and look. But I got everything that plugs up here where this goes. But what's missing is there's basically three sensors here that I pulled off the MX-6, but on the car right now there's just this one. So I need to figure out where everything goes, because it looks like this is missing something, definitely. Alright. Okay. So basically, this was the only sensor that was on the car. But when I pulled, which is this joint right here, when I pulled the deal from the Mazda, it had this setup here. So it had that harness. There was a harness right here, right? But this is not even on this car. You got the top one, but not this one. And then connected to this bottom one, I had this deal, and I can disconnect that from the Mazda as well. So I got this hose running back inside here, which is where it was on the Mazda. But the only thing we don't have on this now is this harness, and whatever this here plugged into. So I got that. Another thing is that hose that was going back behind the engine, where the tube off the EGR. Holy crap, where'd it go? Okay, the tube off the EGR was going, that red tube was going to that fitting in the back. I went from the EGR to that fitting the way that it was on the Mazda. Now, on this car, it had this hose on that fitting, and this hose is going to the splitter right here, and then going into the engine right here. So it's off of a splitter coming in. Looks like we'll have to follow it and I'll show you the other end, but it looks like it's coming from back over here somewhere. But anyway, it's running to this splitter right here, if you can see that, and that was going to the back of the engine where the tube from the EGR is supposed to go, according to the Mazda. So I've replaced that, but now I'm wondering if that splitter needs to be there. So I'm going back out to the car, but it won't be today. But that's weird. All right. And like I said, I don't remember what goes where this red tube fit. This red hose here is going. That was running to the splitter, and this was going. That's running to the splitter here, and this black hose was going to where this hose here is going now. Down in there. So that's the way it was on the Mazda. And I still don't know what the hell this red tube is going to here. It's just sitting under the engine here. Not the engine, but under where the air cleaner was. But I don't know what that goes to. And I've got this ground here. Looks like it's to that horn, but we'll figure that out. Alright. Here's the air cleaner and volume airflow sensor. And the meter to throttle elbow. That's the only tube on there. So that had to be what that other deal was going to. Problem is, that hose is not going to be big enough, I don't think. The one that's there to get on there. Let's see. Looks like that's jammed down in there. So this is the hose that goes on it. Oops. So somebody had a hose jammed down in there. Like I said, I was saying it was a fuel hose. You know, so it's the back end that goes into there. But I'm going to clean this thing out, plug it up, and see what happens. Okay, when I pull this fuel line or whatever this hose is out of that hose there that goes to the fitting right here on this elbow, this thing has got it's moist and it smells like gas, but it's definitely oily. So I don't know if that's posing a problem there, but that's what came out of there. This hose was stuffed down in there, in here, and then going into that hole that was on that aftermarket intake. Okay, now on the Mazda, that tube coming from the EGR went to the back of the top of this air cleaner there. There's the tube right there. That's what was going to the EGR, where that red tube was used to go. Here's another question. Does anything go here? Yeah, the lights on. Right here. And where does it go to? Alright. And this thing here, the clamp is missing off the front. So there's a space here. I'm going to try to get that to stay a little bit better, but I don't know if that makes a big difference. Okay, I'm lying. The thing that went from the EGR last time, that red hose, is already back behind the engine where I showed earlier. There was a hose on the back of the top of the air cleaner, but it wasn't connected to anything in the Mazda. So obviously somebody already pulled the part that it went to, or it fell off, you know, whatever. So I can't tell where that hose that was on the back of the top of this air cleaner box goes to. Now we do have this deal here, that one that I didn't know what it went to, and it's tucked up under here on here. I don't know if that goes to the back of the air cleaner box. If somebody knows that, shit, I'd appreciate it. But also, what the hell is this? It's coming up through, I don't know, through this bundle here, and it's going down in here. I can't really see where it's going, but that sensor there, or connection there, the that T connection, that splitter there, that's going to the back of the engine, right here. It comes all the way back behind here, and it's the hose going into this thing right here. That's it right there. So should that be going directly into the back here, this manifold, or should it have this right there, or should it have this splitter before going into the manifold? Alright. Okay, this thing here definitely has some vacuum, like it's sucking in. I'm wondering if that should go to the back of the air cleaner. This one here, there's nothing happening. But this one, hold on. There's definitely, I moved the splitter just now, but there's definitely suction coming out of here. I just don't know where it goes. But I need to figure out that. I wonder if it goes to the back of the air cleaner. But everything is hooked up except for that red tube, this red tube, and the back of the air cleaner. I connected that one to the splitter directly into the back of the intake, into the back of that manifold there. So I don't know if that goes there. I'm going to check the book. So we'll see. Alright, I found a new set of issues, and this is probably the problem. But I looked in here before, and it wasn't like that the night I picked it up from when my sun broke down. But look how much oil is down in here and around these plugs. On this one, this one's not bad. This one is dripping. Like, I don't even know if you can see that, but it's just dripping off here. And, you know, it's just filled with oil. Another thing, so I went to check these ones in the back here, and this one just come right on out of there. And the boot and the boot's still on the plug. I'm gathering, I can't really see, but it's not even on this ignition wire. So I'm thinking at least valve cover gasket, because somehow the oil's getting down into the spark plug wells and a whole nother set of wires, and I can't really see. I can try to tilt the phone to where maybe when I look back at this thing I can see, but like I said, that's not even connected. So we'll deal with that.